Okay, so this is a second part of our Thor Tellaro adventure, and we're going to take you through the exterior of the vehicle. Some things to look out for, specifically, one big one which you'll see that we had an issue with, but that we had taken care of. But pretty simple, and I think you'll enjoy how simple it is on the outside of this vehicle. Okay, so this is the passenger side. All right, we'll start here as we walk around, and you'll see on the passenger side there are these hookups. This, even though it's labeled incorrectly, it says satellite. This actually, I mean, maybe it's labeled so it's supposed to be right, but that actually is the hookup if you want to take your TV outside next to you. You have to get your own coaxial cable because they don't provide it for you. But you would take a coaxial cable here, and then you would connect it to the TV, and then you could watch TV. You could watch cable if you're at a campsite. The other thing are these two things here, and what these are, if you can see them through this light, but they're regular plugs. So if you have the TV has to be plugged in somewhere, you would plug that in there. This is for the awning, and we'll go through the awning later. As we walk around to the back side of the vehicle, there's your bike rack, and we'll try and test that out. We haven't even used it yet, but we'll go through it. And then you've got really everything here on the left side, and it makes sense because the left side is where the hookups are. You see, we're hooked up here, and I'll show you that. But here are the hookups. This is a fresh water. So this is where you would manually put bottles of water in. Let's say if there was no hose connection, you could take bottles of water and actually just put them in here, and then you'll have fresh water. This is the city fill, and the city fill is where you would take a regular hose, like a garden hose, and you would attach it to here like you would at home, a sprinkler, and then you would hook it up to the garden hose part there. Can you see that? Right? You would hook it up there. All right, those are just vents. This is the cassette toilet, which I'll go through in a minute. That'll hold a whole different thing. And then the other are these two hookups here. One is for, as you can see, it's for TV. So this is where your satellite connection, if you end up getting a campsite that has cable hookup, you can hook your vehicle to the satellite hookup over there, which is on the other side, right? And then you have this, which is the big part. This is the power. So you've got your power. They provide this for you, this thing. They don't provide this. You have to go to Home Depot or whatever and get a coaxial cable. But they give you this. You hook this up here, and then you would walk over to this thing, which is where the power comes from. Right? You're going to see these hookups here. We are 30 amps. You want to make sure before you actually plug it in that this is turned off, in the off position. Right now it's on, but you would make sure that this is in the off position, down, like these other two, and then you plug in the vehicle one, and then you pull it up, and that turns the power on. Okay, that was a big one that we had to learn how to do because we didn't know how to do that. And then in the bottom of the vehicle, there are two things. One is a sewer hose. Now that's since the vehicle does not have a black water tank because it has the cassette and everything gets put in there that you actually manually dump, it just has a sewer hose for gray water. So that would be like toilet water, sink water, that's about it. Sorry, not toilet water or sink water. Actually, it's just really sink water and bath if you're in the shower. That's all that the gray water would be. There's a hose in there, and I wish I could show you the hose because what happened when we pulled out of Camping World, this thing was not securely latched. As you can see, there's something wrong with the box. It doesn't close properly. And I don't know if I can show you, sorry, the inside, but the hose actually ripped out of the unit. And it's somewhere on the highway on I-80 or something, sitting there. But this thing doesn't close properly. We have to take it to get fixed, but this is the problem. We have to get a new hose, and we have to figure out why this box doesn't close. This is for to I believe to put propane, and that's how you get the propane in there. You have to take it to a facility. You can't fill it yourself, but you take it to a facility, either at the camping site or other, and they will actually fill it for you. And that's how you. Basically, that's it. I mean, there's not that much stuff on the outside that you really need to worry about regarding the vehicle. Okay, so you have a satellite thing up there that you got to pay for extra. We didn't do it yet. Don't know if we're going to. And then that back thing is the air conditioner, and that's your pop top right up there. All right, so that's the vehicle on the outside. To hear more about our Thor Tellaro adventures, subscribe to us at Izzy Sky.